it's your boy Bobby Beast. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is Ghost ended up becoming what Rockwell wanted. That's pretty much the truth. Whether you guys believe it or not, Ghost ended up becoming what Rockwell wanted. And what I mean by that is basically, Rockwell said, she said to Symphony that she wanted to be, do her thing, but she didn't want nobody to know who she was anymore. She said eventually she's going to set up the business where she would be pretty much away from it, and Lulu would take over and he would run it while she's living somewhere else. Nobody knows, she's living there and she's doing her own thing and nobody sees her. Nothing like that. That's what she said. She told Symphony she does not plan to be a drug dealer or a drug lord forever. Now, with that being said, Ghost ended up being what Rock wanted to be. What Rockwell wanted to be, Ghost became. Ghost, smart, quiet, to himself. Nobody even knew what he did. Man's in the building with doctors and lawyers, and nobody knows what he did, but he's the biggest drug dealer in New York, right? So with that being said about him, he's that guy because no one knew him. The thing is with Kanan, everyone knew who Kanan was. So even though Rock was training Kanan and showing Kanan different things, Kanan ended up becoming his own thing. He ended up becoming his own type of guy. He ended up where people knew who he was. He moved around. He was very smart, but people knew him. So I'm guessing Kanan got harassed by the cops a lot when he was young. I'm guessing that he'd been through a lot of stuff when he was younger. He had that reputation and things of that nature. But see, Rock probably didn't want that. She didn't want that for herself, and I'm pretty sure she didn't want that for Kanan either. She probably wanted Kanan to be low-key, sort of like how she wanted to be. But Ghost was the one who ended up doing it. Now, did Rock and Ghost know each other? Apparently, they did to some degree. Now, according to what I'm hearing from a lot of people, some people are telling me that Kanan met Ghost and Tommy when he was 17 or 18, 19-ish. Either way, Ghost was late teens. So eventually, Ghost and Tommy are on the way. It's just, you got to think to yourself, okay, is Rock going to be around? I'm not really sure if Rock's going to be around because Rock is always on, she's out there, she's on the front lines. And what I mean is people know who she is. She has a reputation. So the thing is, though, she doesn't want the reputation. And with that being said, we're all hoping nothing happens to her. But at the same time, we don't know because she never showed up in Power, the first series. She never showed up there. So we don't know if she's dead, alive, or if she's out of things. She's far away from everybody. Anything. We don't know anything about Rock. But we don't know if Ghost and Tommy met her. All we know is that Ghost and Tommy had that crew with Breeze, and apparently that is not the same crew that we're dealing with here because they didn't mention Lulu, Marvin, or any of them. The only people we knew in that crew was pretty much Ghost, Tommy, Kanan, Jukebox, and probably several other members, and of course Breeze. And Breeze was apparently the leader of the crew. So what happened in order for Rock and them to no longer be the leader and for Breeze to come in and take over? It's crazy because remember what they say, Ghost even said he loved Breeze, but Breeze was in the way. So it was deep. You knew it was a big situation. And I think when Breeze shows up, that's when things are good now, but that's when things are going to change. You know that Raising Kanan is going to eventually change. And what I mean by that is that it's going to go from Rock, Lulu, Marvin, Kanan, Jute, and a couple of others to Breeze, Kanan, Ghost, Jute, Tommy. You know that the crew is going to change. What I'm trying to figure out though is, was Breeze and them around Rock, Lulu, and Marvin? Was he around them? Was he under them? Did he become a person that was loyal to them? Is this a crew where he had his own crew and he just came with Rock and them and they all became together? Was that the situation? That's what I'm really trying to figure out. But either way, when it comes down to it, when it comes to Ghost did become what Rock wanted to become. He became what she wanted Kanan to become. So you got to think to yourself, was there a conversation between Ghost and Rock? Was there some situation where they came across each other? Because apparently Ghost knew Kanan's mother. So that's pretty much what I got to say in regards to that. But I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy, Bobby Peace here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and one.
And this is my book. Shit's not checkers, it's chess. In life, everybody knows it's a game, but you got to learn how to play it.